Next up, we have factoring, which can be found on Module 9. And factoring can come in three forms. Basic polynomial with a of 1, polynomial with an a that's greater than 1, and a polynomial that can't be factored without using the quadratic formula. So we'll do all three of those examples so you see what I'm talking about. All right, so first things first, I need to break this into two binomials. I need to look at my a, which is 1. All right, so then the factors of 1 are just 1 and 1. The factors of x squared are x and x, because 1x times 1x is 1x squared. Now I need to factor 15, and that's 5 times 3. So I'll put 5 here and 3 here. Also 15 and 1, but remember you always start with the two factors that are closer. Now I'm going to multiply. I'm going to take this 1x and multiply it by 3. So that's 3x. I'm going to take that 1x and multiply it by 5. That's 5x. And then I'm going to add these two. 5 plus 3 is 8x. Remember that this has to equal b. Negative 2 is b. This doesn't equal negative 2. Can I make 5 and 3 equal negative 2? Yes. If this 5, if this 5 was negative and this 3 was positive, then I would have negative 5 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 would give me negative 2. So instead of both of these being positive, I need this sign to be negative, and I need this sign to be positive. And then that would let me factor x squared. So my final answer would be x minus 5, x plus 3. Okay? So if I broke this down, in order to factor, I need to make sure it looks like ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. These two numbers multiply to make 8. These two numbers multiply to make 6. You multiply the inside, multiply the outside, and they have to equal the middle b. Let's see another example. So what if I wanted to solve, wait for it, 2x squared minus 19 plus 9. Okay, this is ax squared minus bx plus c. Or really it's supposed to be plus negative, but same thing. All right, so now I'm breaking it into two binomials. I need the numbers that multiply to equal 2, which is 2 and 1, so 2 and 1. X times x gives me x squared. Now I need to break down my c. I have 3 and 3 and 9 and 1. Usually I would tell you to do 3 and 3, but if I did 3 here, and 3 here, when I multiply that, I get 3 and 6. And I can't make 6 and 3 become 19. I need it to be bigger. So I'm going to do 1 and 9. 1 times 9 gives me 9. I'm going to multiply the outside, and that gives me 18x. Multiply the inside, that gives me 1x. I need them to equal 19x. So if I add them together, I get 19. However, I don't want positive 19. I want negative 19. So if I subtract 1 and subtract 18, I will have a subtract 19. So minus here, minus here. And my answer would be 2x squared minus 1, 1x minus 9. But wait, they have to multiply to equal positive 9. Negative 1 times negative 9 is still positive 9. Be careful. I might be petty and make it seem like it works, but when you multiply these together, it won't equal the right sign. Let's look at one more example with the quadratic formula. What I like about this example is that it's not automatically an ax squared plus bx plus c form, and you need to have it in that form. See how it says it equals something? There's no x squared, like it's too much. So the fast way is to divide by 2, divide by 2. And that gives you x minus 4 squared equals 192 divided by 2 is 96. You're going to multiply that, but remember when it says squared, it's x minus 4 times x minus 4 equals 96. Okay? So remember, distribute. X times x is x squared. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16 equals 96. That still does not look like this. So I got to keep going. X squared, I need to combine like terms. Minus 4 is minus 8x plus 16, okay, equals 96. Still not equal to 0. So I need to subtract 96, and I get x squared minus 8x minus 80 equals 0. Now I have ax squared, you know there's an invisible one, plus bx plus c. I'm going to use the quadratic formula to solve this. So I'm going to just do it right here. Okay. And the quadratic formula, if you remember, is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Though you will have the calculator, I want to see the work. Okay, so I will have negative, and then it says b. Well, b is negative 8. Notice I put both. Plus or minus the square root, b, negative 8 squared, minus 4, a is 1, c is negative 80, all over 2